Well. I never thought I would be back here. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm here, but today I wanted to revisit the Mercenaries on probably the worst version of the Mercenaries, and that is on RE Village. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think this is by any means difficult or anything like that. I just think this is not that fun. Oh yeah, we have... You know what, I'm just gonna do it with good old Ethan. For those who don't know, RE Village was probably the biggest thing on my channel for a very long time. Of course, that's changed since RE4 Remake. This game has a special spot in my heart. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a bunch of guides for this game, and they did relatively good. But anyways, but why is RE Village so bad in terms of mercenaries? Well, actually, RE Village is probably the closest we've ever been to classic mercenaries. Of course, this game mode has changed since the DLC released. Oh yeah, break shot. So they actually improved it quite a bit, but it used to be really bad. Oh yeah, look at this weapon. It used to be really bad. Like, you had to pick up stuff with your... I mean, you still kind of do. But now you pick up stuff automatically. You keep track of your lay at the bottom left. Lay is the money, for those who don't know. This engine right here, not this engine, but this gameplay, this movement is just not the best for things that require a lot of agility and health. My RE Village guides, if you've seen them before, I would love to know how many of you are still here. Probably not that many. Or maybe you just found the guides recently, who knows. But I've memorized these routes, which, by the way, yes, they do matter. There are routes that I came up with, and I think they're the best routes. You know, not to brag or anything. I know other people have made more popular videos than mine when it comes to this game, but I'm pretty sure they just kind of stole they literally just kind of stole my my strategies. I mean, very obviously, but it's okay. It's part of the job. All that stuff. Oh, gruesome gourmet. I can heal when I get kills. I think it's a combination between raid mode and mercenaries, which is not exactly what I like. I mean, I kind of like the raid mode, but not that much. Something tells me the next game is gonna have raid mode. I don't know if they'll do mercenaries and play it safe again. Because you know mercenaries, you know people will buy it if they just see mercenaries, because people know what mercenaries, they know what to expect from mercenaries, or at least they think they do. Hi. Pretty sure there's a soul that... Yeah, there we go. Most people gave up on getting the unlocks for this game, which, by the way, if you get double S rank on all of the stages with one character on this game, you get a lightsaber. The lightsaber, yes, a lightsaber. I'm not kidding you. You get a lightsaber. Anyway, I'm not going for a high score here, so I'm not grabbing everything. There's no way. Yeah. I was gonna say my record's like 1.9 million or something like that. I actually think it's pretty okay for a side game mode. I would much rather get a quality, you know, main story and a crappy side mode if it means that the developers will fully focus on the main game, right? But I just feel like being stuck with Ethan Winters for over a year and 6 months trying to get S+. I mean, it wasn't difficult for me, but, you know, I did it all in one sitting on the same day, so it really didn't add to the post-game content, is what I just personally feel like about this mode. Post-game content for me is something that, to me, it's something that means you can replay it over and over and over again and still have fun and get a different outcome each time. And I feel like with RE Village, there is closely to none of that. There's literally no replayability, and it kind of also feels like a chore to replay the game. Like after you've done your playthroughs of your challenge runs like pistol only and knife only, no heal, that's like 3 playthroughs already. And by the time you get to Village of Shadows, which is the most annoying, most painful thing you can possibly play, you're all tired out and you're sick of playing the game. You know, there needs to be a balance between the main game and the side stuff, which Resident Evil 4 Remake does perfectly. Now, Resident Evil 4 Remake is probably the longest Resident Evil we have to date, because it takes a minimum of 5 hours and 30 if you are going for, you know, if you're playing on professional, you know, averagely, I guess it takes about 5 hours if you know what you're doing and you're skipping a lot of things. If you're playing for fun, it takes you around 6 to 9 hours, I would say, depending on who is playing. And I think that is the perfect length for a game. There needs to be a balance between the main game and the side stuff, which Resident Evil 4 Remake did kind of with Mercenaries, and Separate Ways came out a couple months later, but I think Mercenaries is the best on Resident Evil 4 Original. And I do believe the remake of Resident Evil 4 does a wonderful job at adapting to that gameplay, but it still kind of feels like it's, I don't know, it just still feels like I don't know. I think I prefer Resident Evil 4 Remake Mercenaries, and if I were to pick the originals, I would say RE5 is the best just because of the co-op. In terms of gameplay and keeping you on your toes and planning stuff, I think for sure it keeps you more engaged. Whereas RE4 Remake is more for the solo, you know, there are only 150 enemies and that's it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Which is your favorite version of the Mercenaries? I personally prefer RE4 if I'm playing solo and RE5 if I'm playing with friends. I think in terms of gameplay, RE5 Remake is going to be amazing if it does come out, and I hope it has online capabilities, and I'm sure it will. It's going to be a really, really fun year when it does come out, if that does end up happening. Anyway, I don't mean to ramble anymore. Hopefully you check out my guides for RE Village, which, by the way, as I'm recording this, all of the games for the Resident Evil series are on sale currently on all of the platforms, I believe. I know they're on sale on PC, but if you decide to pick them up, please consider checking out my guides. I've probably done most of the most recent Resident Evil games on my channel, so feel free to just search it up on YouTube or on my channel. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Yes, leaving comments does help, and I'll see you next time.